just be aware that the mic's there and
Not to knock it off.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
fuck it up.
Okay, Manu, thank you so much for talking with me.
Well, all good, Chris.
Really appreciate it, eh?
No doubt.
I just want to start off and ask you a question about where did you start doing music and sort of the brief history about from when you started to where you are now.
Well, basically, it all started just. My older brother was like a year and a half older than me. All of his mates used to freestyle at parties and stuff, and when we were out drinking and that. I was like, oh snap, I want to do that. Because, it was like a way to, I don't know, be a comic almost. It's just a way to take the piss out of someone, but rhyme it. And I was like, shit, that's what I want to do. And so I just started doing it from there. And then, they were like, oh snap, you're actually pretty good. So I was like, oh snap, maybe I should, try and write something. And then wrote something, and they're like, oh shit, that's actually all good. And then just kept from there, bro. And then met Eno like literally in this building, like upstairs. Like we went to intermediate together, but like met as like musicians upstairs, and then just chopped it up from there. And yeah, bro, just been grinding pretty much for the last 3 years, going hard.
Yeah. So would you say that like from when you started music till now, have your style sort of been consistent with the style of music you're making, or have you sort of been developing as you go?
Definitely developing, eh? Like I came into it like, I'm gonna be the best underground rapper ever. I'm just gonna keep it underground, like real hip hop and all that shit. And then fuck man, my horizons have broadened so much to the point where, it's been a drastic switch of the music I've been making. When I started making, I started writing and recording music when I was 17. I was in this group called Supervillains, and we're doing it back then. But yeah, bro, drastic change. Like, yeah, pretty easy to tell too when you listen to the old stuff and the new stuff.
Thank you. Good. What do you know his name?
I think it was Barack. Oh, one second,
just
bro.
let him come through,
Hey, Barack, were you trying to get out first? Sorry, bro, were you trying to get out?
No, I'm just nosing around, man.
No, he's all around, my bro, it's all good. And we're back.
We're back. Okay. So could you talk a little bit about when you became Eno and Dirty from when you were just rapping by yourself and sort of how you guys complement each other and how that sort of dynamic works?
Yeah, so we're in like a group before called the Supervillains RMC, and there was about 5 of us. And so it started from there, and me and Eno were always the same age, and we came into it together like, we can do something together. And then we already had a group, and so we like did that stuff. And then Eden just showed me a beat one day that he was just making on a solo thing. I was like, bro, can I have that? He was like, yeah, all the boys. I was like, nah, bro, can I have that? Like, just me? He was like, well, yeah, see what you do. And then boom. And then from there, we just were like, snap, we should make a tape like now, and just banged it out. And yeah, bro, it's hard to say it's hard to say simply how much we complement each other's style. Like, personally, he's my favorite fucking producer in the game, like hands down. But yeah, it's just like shit. Fuck, I don't even know, bro. Like, it is what it is. Like when you listen to it, I guess.
I know.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe taking it a bit further along, and now obviously you started making music. You were like in the studio.
Yeah.
Was there a point where you transitioned from just making music to like doing gigs, or were you always making music and doing gigs at the same time?
Yeah, it was pretty weird. Like, as soon as we made music, like we had a gig, and then it's always been like a steady flow of shows from that. I try not to concentrate too much on having gigs as a necessity. Like, I'd rather have my music as the pull, you know what I mean? And so, but yeah, we've constantly been playing shows since we've been making music, really, like since I was 18, and Eden's been DJing, since he was like 14 at shows and shit. But yeah, bro, I love it. It's like, it goes hand in hand with each other. It's like the fruits of your labor is being able to play it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Did that performance aspect of like being in the music industry come to you quite easily, would you say? Or did you ever have stage fright? Or?
Nah, not really. Like, I've always been a confident person.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's what you need to be a vocalist. There's a lot of dope singers who are real shy people, and dope artists who are real shy people, which works as well. But personally, with the thing I want to do and the style that I want to do, like, confidence is a massive part of that. Like, I'll get stage fright if there's no one in the crowd. I'll get stage fright if it's one of my uncles who's never seen me play before, one of my cousins never seen me play before. But otherwise, bro, it's just like, shit, I'm that entertained. Like, the more people, the better.
Yeah. Would you have any sort of words on that for people who are, they might be a producer, they might be, bedroom, like making beats and stuff, but they might get their first gig, they might be real nervous. Like, how could they deal with that? If you had any advice?
Bro, it's just like believe in yourself, like believe in your art. If you're willing to take that step to play it live, like you got to believe in it. Like, and it's gonna be dope. If somebody's saying, "Hey, come and do this gig," you've already got it. Like, you got the first step. It's up to you to just put everything else behind and just go for it, man.
So, like, if I was to ask, where are you gonna be in 5 years? Like the ideal situation, where would you say you're gonna be?
Shit, I don't even know, bro. I don't know what I'm up to tomorrow.
Yeah.
But ideally, I guess would be just to be doing it full time. That's the only dream. Like, I just want to be able to make music every day, be able to sustain myself with it, be able to constantly inspire other people to do it, which is already happening. Which is like, my first goal, someone to be like, oh snap, like I make music because I heard your music or whatever. Like you make it look like you can do it. But I don't know what I'm up to in 5 years. Like, I'll probably have fucked off overseas somewhere and, left all you behind and be like, fuck New Zealand. Nah.
Yeah, have you ever thought about, like, going to, like, Melbourne or something? Because, Melbourne's the size of...
Yeah, bro, like, shout out Tom and Louie. Like, they made that jump. Like, they're over there now. Average Rap Band. And they're going hard. Like, but Aussie, I don't know. Like, I don't think I could ever live in Australia. Like, I love Australia. My old man and mum just moved over there, so they're Mozzies. But I'd rather go straight to London or Germany or, the States or something.
Yeah.
But Germany will be crazy. Like, I'd imagine for hip hop will be fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But Aussie, like I'll come for you just to do the shows and to fuck your woman. But otherwise, can't really live there, my G's. It's a domestic flight anyway, though, pretty much.
Nice. Yeah, so like, you were talking earlier about wanting to make a living from music, like that's the ideal situation. Like,
Definitely.
How would you make that living? Would you think it's going to be through just doing a lot of shows and stuff like that?
Yeah, doing a lot of shows and making the music. Like, I believe solely in production over promotion. Like, you can keep climbing and keep doing all these things a certain way. But if your music's shit, like, your music's gonna be shit, and you will get booked, and you will be able to do all this stuff, but you're not gonna be a great artist. So, like, I'll put the work in here, like, and try until I can make something that is almost genreless, that can just fit everywhere, and then, just go from there, man.
Yeah, because there's lots of people who, they're really into making music, they're like, they might be a talented rapper, but it doesn't mean they're good at, handling the business side, doesn't mean they're good at all that sort of thing. How has that, dynamic been working for you?
I got a fucking manager who's the fucking man. Yeah. Like, he susses everything, bro. Like, shout out Max. Like, you're the shit, my G. But man, I've never wanted to kind of put myself in making those decisions and stuff, and having to book gigs for myself and stuff. Like, at the end of the day, as an artist, all you want to be doing is creating. And so it's important to have somebody who can do the shit that you don't want to do. Well, and a better job than I could do it. Like, I can't pitch for myself and be like, hey, I think I'm worth this much for the show. But he can be dead ruthless with it, like, no, they're worth fucking this much for the show, or, or whatever. Like,
was that quite a big jump for you from going to not having a manager to having a manager?
Yeah, bro. Like, we had one more in that group, the Supervillains, before. Like, we had a manager and stuff. Like, shout out to Brotesh. But before that, like, where you have to do everything, it just takes so much away from the creativity, bro. Like, and there are artists out there who like manage themselves. Like, I heard fucking Taylor Swift manages herself or some shit. You can do it, but it's if you have a taste for doing that shit. And I don't have a taste for doing that shit, bro. Like, all I want to do is rap and fucking write and shit.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm just gonna pause it there real quick. Just okay, so I'm just recording again. But
Sup?
I'll ask you a quick question about any advice you could give to some up-and-coming artists who are struggling to get a bit of momentum. Like, how did you build, momentum, getting a following, trying to get to the stage where you can get a manager, like getting the Facebook page going, getting all that stuff going? How did you what sort of words could you give to people just to get started?
End of the day, bro, like all you gotta do is just work at what you're doing. Like if you're a drummer, you gotta be playing the drums every motherfucking day. And that can be your networking. People are gonna pick up on your work ethic, and people are gonna pick up on your art as well. Like you just gotta keep doing it, man, and then eventually everything else is gonna come. Like don't worry about the money's gonna come. Don't worry about, the fans, if your stuff's dope enough, somebody's gonna show it and somebody's gonna show it. And then the manager's gonna come in. But if you want to take those steps early and go out and grab it, just do some research. Like talk to if you know some artists or anything. Like I'd talk to an artist first before you talk to like somebody who works in the industry. I'll talk to someone who works in the industry. But yeah, bro, I could be here all day. But at the end of the day, man, you just gotta work like on your art. Like that's the most fucking important thing. That's your asset in here. That's your power, your speed, and everything, bro. Treat it like boxing. Train, or you're gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, I heard you mention networking there. Like,
yeah.
Did you have to learn how to network? Was that like a natural thing for you, or?
Yeah, like I've always been confident, like in social situations, but I never really wanted to do it. Like I'll let my manager kind of do all that stuff and big me up, because I don't like talking big about myself. You know what I mean? I want the music to do that, and that's the good thing about New Zealand is nobody stands up and is like, I'm the fucking shit, I'm the best. They might say it in their raps, but in their personality, everyone's humble enough, Yeah. Which is hard when you're trying to promote yourself and people are like, are you good? And you're like, well, I don't know. Yeah. Am I? But yeah, bro, just fucking be confident in your shit and people will look at it like that.
Yeah, I just got some questions on my phone real quick.
Solid.
Yeah, so like nowadays it's quite different to when music was maybe like 10, 15 years ago, where like people made money through record sales, but now, you have to be more creative with the ways that you make
Definitely.
money, or even get a following, or promote your music. So how do you go about getting your music out there now?
That's a tough one. Sorry, just yeah, fuck, that's a real tough one. Basically, it's going to start on the ground. Like, it's going to be your mates playing it, and then they're going to show someone and play it, and they're going to show someone and play it. This is my model. Someone's going to tell me it's completely fucking wrong. Like, spend $1,500 for somebody to push it for you, but shit, man, if the music's good enough, it's going to promote itself. Like, that's the only thing you should worry about. Like, don't worry about getting it in the right hands. Make it the right thing that they want to put in their hands first, and then worry about that shit. But when you got that shit, just play shows. Like, the best way to make money, and all the artists are making money now, it's not record sales, it's playing shows. It's investing money, and it gives the artists an opportunity to start being smart with their money. You don't have to be just say you're just a producer. You can write as well, you can act as well, you can write jingles, you can there's so many ways to get this money in this game. Like, it's ridiculous, and people don't see it. People only see the face value of what it is. Like, bro, it's limitless, man.
Yeah. Would you say you've learned quite a lot, through business and all that sort of stuff?
Fuck yes, bro. But just in terms of how to shift yourself and how to kind of like be open to doing other things. Like I said, bro, when I came into this, like I had a narrow mind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a punchline rapper, who's the best or whatever. But now it's just completely shifted to not being the best, but just being, I don't even know, G. Yeah, fuck. It's constantly shifting, like, I might be singing next week.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And do you work with many other artists?
Yeah, bro, I'm starting to more and more. Like, I've worked with more than I've released. Like, I've got tracks of heaps of artists that we're just sitting on, just for the sake of working with the artist. I've never been one to be like, I want to work with this artist because of where they are. Like, I'll get a certain song and be like, oh shit, imagine, Mellowdowns on this, or oh shit, like imagine, anyone. But I like working with artists. It pushes me hard out. Like, especially writing with them. Like, you write with someone that you've looked up to your whole life, and you're just like, holy shit. They said that line was mean. Holy shit. But yeah, bro, it's like sharpening your sword.
Yeah. Because there's some artists, they just always stick to themselves. Like, even in the band environment, it can be hard to collab with other people. But would you say it's pretty important nowadays, or it's worth it?
It's worth it. I don't think it's too important. Like, you can do everything yourself. You can be totally in-house. But, and it gives you the chance to be selective of who you want to work with, which is dope. And I don't think enough people have. And I think a lot of people, it's good to work with people, but in terms of like releasing a song with someone, it's like you got a song with everyone. It's like you're kind of slutting yourself out, my G. You're kind of a hoe. But it's fun to be selective.
Okay, fair enough. And what tips could you give to some, aspiring anybody? Maybe like the number one or top 2 tips that you've learned, come across, that you could, give to someone to help them improve.
Sacrifice is the one. You gotta fucking sacrifice, G. Like, I need to sacrifice way more than I should be, but you need to start sacrificing if you really want to do it. Like, you gotta start working way motherfucking harder than you ever thought you would have had to work. I'm still trying to be there, I'm not sacrificing as much as I want to. Like, I'm still getting fucked up every weekend, or trying not to get fucked up every weekend. But shit. If I wasn't, it would be game over for you motherfuckers. But yeah, bro, sacrifice and work hard, G. It's like the 2 most important things. And stay happy, actually. Take out one of those and replace it with stay happy, because your attitude is 100% what's going to get you forward in life. Like, whatever the fuck you do.
Yeah. Yeah, so you seem like quite a positive person, like...
Yeah, no doubt.
Do you think that helps you out a lot,
Yeah, bro, like, I remember when I was a negative person and how stuck I was. Like, I was staying in one motherfucking spot, G, for real. But, it's, as soon as you start being positive, and as soon as you start, it's like, fuck, bro, you're looking at life as a rose, and you're just looking at the thorns and being like, look how fucking ugly that shit is. Like, my G, look at the petals. Yeah. It's gorgeous. Like, yeah, bro, attitude. Attitude is going to take you everywhere. Manners are going to get you past all the doors you thought you couldn't get past. Like,
yeah,
for real.
So, as you have sort of moved through life, like, do you think music is always... rephrase that. As you're moving through life, do you think music is always going to be, like, a really big part of what you do personally? Or?
Yeah, definitely. Like, in terms of my mood, like, I can be anywhere at any time and then play a song and it takes me somewhere completely different. Like, music has always been my escape, and I think it's everybody who really loves music or makes music has that same view on it. You know what I mean? And as long as I can always make music, like, I think I'll be able to be sweet. As long as I can always listen to music, I'll be sweet. Yeah. I'll be blind before I be deaf. Like, it's a tough one. I'll probably change my mind in a month, but for real.
Oh, yeah. Okay, neat. So if I were to ask you, who is like the maybe top few people that you would want to work with music-wise?
Bro, I don't even know, man. Shit. I used to think about that every week, but every day even, but snap, bro, off the top, it'll have to be some pretty buzzy ones. Like, it'll probably be producers and singers, really.
Yeah.
But shit, I don't even know. I could be real cliche and be like Anderson .Paak right now, or real cliche and be like Dr. Dre. But, bro, I don't even know, G. Like, I haven't thought about it in a while. I need to think about that now, actually.
Yeah.
But mostly, bro, I'm just working with the people I'm working with now and happy with doing that.
Cool. Fair enough. And do you ever... What does your daily routine look like? What's up there?
What's up, my G?
What's up, G? Fuck, what are you up to?
Bro, just like 5 minutes and done, cuz. Bro, post up in the studio, G.
Alright, what's up, G?
Bro, shot for the release, G. Yeah. Solid, cuz. Baz.
Okay.
Baz. It's in our Third Eye Emanation.
Yeah. Okay. Looks sort of familiar, right?
Yeah. Bro. Fuck, what's the question, sorry, cuz?
What does your daily routine look like?
So I work. I still love working. I work in film industry, and just as a runner, and a little bit of camera stuff on the side and all of that. So shit, I wake up in the motherfucking morning, take a piss, drink a large glass of water, and then I'm already thinking about rhymes. I'll wake up thinking about rhymes. But snap, go to work, Shit, stopped eating sugar, so I'm feeling great. Like I can sleep now. Shit, what else did I do in the day? Check out some memes, send some fire memes, game some shorties on the Snapchat, play a little Twitter, writing all day. I'll jump on Logic at some point, but as soon as I finish work, I guess that's when my day starts and I'll be in the studio writing until I want to fucking kill myself. And then I don't want to kill myself because I'm like, wait a minute, I did all this shit today, and so I feel rewarded. Yeah, have a little blaze and then crash out.
Mate, awesome.
Youporn.com, POVs, yeah.
Perfect.
Ouch, yeah, nah.
Nobody answers like this. It's so good. This is what I'm wanting.
Oh, solid.
Yeah. I'm basically running out of questions, eh?
Yeah.
But maybe. I've already asked. Yeah, I'm pretty much out of questions, eh?
Yeah.
But maybe in terms of social media, what is your main piece of social media that you're using?
Me personally, fucking Instagram and Snapchat, like. But in terms of promoting my music, Facebook. Like, I guess my manager will kick my ass if I didn't say Facebook. Facebook's where it's at. We got Spotify, iTunes, all of that shit. And for people who are trying to get on that, it's easy as fuck to sort out. Like, talk to someone, Google it, they'll suss you out, my G. But yeah, bro. Best place to find me and the best place I'm on is google.motherfucking.com. For real.
So, yeah, man, I think that's perfect, eh?
Solid.
Yeah, bro, thank you so much for that. Really
All good,
appreciate
cuz.
it, man.
No worries, G.
Good. Yeah, I really got to piss, eh? Can I use it?
Yeah, bro. Did you see where it was?
Yeah. I'll just take this down. Just click